Hey guys, this is SF and Ogron. I'm going to do an updated video, but this time it's going to be full farmable. Last year, Christmas, I did like really OP monsters. But this time I'm bringing Jack, the green one, Dao-chan, Kushina Zero, and Queen Butterfly. Full farmable party. Right there. Of course, Kushina Zero is probably, everybody doesn't have Kushina Zero. But you can sub it in for a lot of other monsters. Anything no gravity barrier and wood should be alright, like Apollo X, Hunter King, even Nicholas if you have him. But of course, Nicholas, you need Ogron to ascend to Nicholas, so not everybody has Nicholas. But I think even the 5-star version, the 5-star version, the first ascension, you should be able to replace Kushina Zero to some extent. But first stage, just clear off the mobs. If you clear off the top guy with the skulls, then it'll summon a Smydra. That's where Mr. Jack comes in. Green Jack is a Dragon Slayer M on the gate shot. Other than that, it's just basically clear off the demon. The demon has a Volatile Blast. It's not one shot. And it's on his top left counter. It's not one shot, but it does a lot of damage, and it also shoots damage walls, which is really not good for this team. Of course, you can bring Arthur and those types of monsters with no gravity barrier and no dive in one monster to deal with that. So if you have them, then by all means go for it. But this is more for like people that don't have all the best monsters for the dungeon. And I'm just leaving up the obstructor up for basically no real reason. Of course it does damage, but most of my monsters are wood monsters, so it's alright. And I was supposed to miss that gauge to get bounces onto the blocks, but didn't happen. Okay, there we go. There goes Ogron. But yeah, another good part about Green Jack and of course Kushina Zero is that they have no blocks. So they can pass through blocks, and then they can bypass any really obscure obstacles. And Dao-chan's there because you need a Pierce monster, because there are bounce obstructors as well as Pierce obstructors. So Dao-chan is there for that. Okay, mini boss, and that's a good pinch. The bottom guy, you don't really have to worry about it too much. It does do damage, but it's not that big of a problem, and it's pretty squishy as well. But you really want to clear off the bounce obstructor in case Ogron goes back up over the blocks. And if you have like two Kushina Zeros or whatever, then by all means don't just go for the boss and just bypass the blocks that way. But I am going to clear off the bounce obstructor. And I totally forgot that Ogron never comes back up. But still, it's alright. Next. Other farmable monsters, you can bring Chainbound Jack if you really want. I don't really like Chainbound Jack for this stage because of course you have low damage. And Chainbound Jack doesn't really do well in terms of damage. In terms of HP wise. It does okay in damage and does mob clear as well, but you're going to be tanking a lot of shots in this dungeon, and the more HP you have, the better. So that's why you want to bring high HP monsters. So something like Origami is not bad. Anything no gravity barrier with like high HP should be okay. Not saying that Chainbound Jack is totally useless or really a hinder. It's just that you cannot dilly-daddle against Ogron and stuff like that. Now the boss bar, just don't clear out the bottom left dude, or else he will rage and then he starts moving and does a lot of damage and stuff like that. So basically just deal with that. And the Smydra shoots upward, shoots vertically, so you can always avoid it if you really need to. Okay, next stage, second stage. For this stage, you really want to deal with the demon because of the damage walls. But the damage walls are OP. Okay, this is where Mr. Jack comes into play. You can bypass the blocks and get the pinch for the demon. So that's why he's really useful in this dungeon in my opinion, even if he doesn't have no gravity barrier. And clear out the obstructor so you have some kind of space to get into Ogron. But for my monsters, it's not that bad. I can just go. You have no block from Krishna 0. You have no block from Jack. Got the heart. As long as you don't stay in the line of the elephants, then you should be okay. And I don't know why I missed my gauge. The no block is in his base ability, but even so, ouch, that's a lot of damage from the elephant. And there you go. Okay, next is Kush 0. And I wanted to start for the heart. Now actually, I thought this was the next stage was going to be the last stage, so I was trying to position for Krishna 0. Of course, I was kind of stupid and forgot over the dungeon that it has 4 bars. So, aka, I positioned for nothing. And worst of all, I think I positioned in the wrong for the lot, and that position is not that great for the for this bar. Because Krishna 0 is right under the dude that you don't want to kill. Okay, smiders are gone. And for this stage, you basically don't kill the small dude and kill off the smiders first before you go do anything to Ogron. Sadly, my Krishna 0 didn't do much, and the red smider went straight for Jack. Okay, it's fine. And I'm just gonna clear out the green smidra. There we go. And try to keep that dude alive. And I totally didn't. I totally didn't. But it's alright, in my opinion. He just moves around and does spread shots. As long as you stay and like spiral spreads and all that stuff. As long as you beat him before the right counter, then you should be fine. And here comes the movement. And try to get a pinch. And I found out there wasn't a pinch, but still does a lot of damage with the sword and just hitting the weak spot. Okay, next is Kush 0. Try to turn adjust, but especially for the bottom side, yes, that's where the Ogron comes first, and then after the first turn, it'll do its defense up, which basically wastes another turn. I was trying to get Deltron first, but sadly didn't work out. But even so, I'm just gonna clear off mouse with Mr. Jack, and Queen Butterfly's right there, so she can deal with the Volatile Blast. And this is what I tried to do, but of course he has his defense up, which basically did nothing. And Strike Shot. Probably shot it really bad because I couldn't get around the dude. And basically wasted a Strike Shot. I should have like just take care of the elephant and then save the Strike Shot for last. But either way, it's not that bad. And Strike Shot. Just basically Strike Shot. That's a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage. Like, didn't even proc anything. There's no Slayer or whatever. And still that did a lot of damage, which I'm very happy. Okay, and the top. Aim for it, and there you go. That's a good pinch right there. But Ogron is not that bad, of course. If you have no block monsters like Krishna 0 or Jack, and also Emerald, Emerald also is a no block monster, although she's not a no gravity barrier monster, but I think you can find some use for her in that dungeon. But that's pretty much it for me. I hope you guys like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.